behind. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank.
And so it is foretold, ladies and gentlemen, the final race here of the Pit Stall Race Series have come to us here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where tonight we showcase to you live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the season championship for the Pit Stall Race Series here on P10 Racing TV. Hello, Gunner One Eye and the Crusader Christian Stride joining you guys here live tonight as we are currently watching on over a hard-scored star-studded lineup with over 17 drivers making the call so far, and many still yet to get the car out on the track. We have been locked and loaded and ready to go for what could be a wild night of action for these Super Late Model drivers here, as well as the guys that are trying to make or break their championship hopes. A season will be determined here on P10 Racing TV, and a championship will be crowned. So one, we're going to first talk with the madman himself that created all this, that got us to this position. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 24 of Tim Lee joins me now here on the call here. And Tim, what a season it has been, sir, and to really see everything go under your grasp, under your wing, it certainly has been a wild time to see, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's last race of the season. It's obviously bittersweet. We had a pretty good season. A couple of newcomers, made some new friends, and made some new people to race with on any given Thursday night, if you will, in this series. And looking forward to wrapping it up tonight. We'll see what's happening. It's going to be exciting. I know that. I know that for a fact.
Very much indeed here now. As we've seen as well, top 6 could be crowned as champions tonight. Many of them obviously have had their own little hiccups and their own little expirations of just trying to make or break their time on the track here. But for you in this case here, really, where do you lay and where do you want to really lie in this track here today in terms of position at the end of it all?
Well, one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to impede or get in the way of those guys that are battling for a championship. So just like I'm going to tell everybody else that, like race your race, but at the same time, just be cognizant of those around you that are in it for the points championship. The last thing we want is for somebody to have an accident and take somebody out that potentially takes away a championship victory from them. So, but it'll be fun. It's going to be good.
Absolutely indeed. All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much for having us on this entire series and season, and we certainly cannot wait for the next go-around.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Looking forward to many, many more.
Many, many more indeed, sir. Thank you for your time. Our professor, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Lee on the call. Well, let's listen in now to one of those drivers going for broke, going for a championship tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, he pilots the big 00 Mid-South machine. This is Gordon Lawrence Jr.
How's it going, guys?
Going great tonight here. Now, Gordon, man, tonight we've been told, we've heard flirted, you are one of the top 6 that could be crowned champion tonight, but going for this one, you yet have been able to put this thing in a victory lane. What will you do tonight to finally end the streak and maybe get a chance at taking home the big one?
It's just going. We need some nice green flag runs, and I think we'll be okay. But we're going to try to do whatever it takes to. We're going to try to win this thing tonight.
100 laps to the distance as well here. We got to believe that the right front, the right rear are going to be a little bit tighter out of the end and out of the gate here. But how long before really you can start to dig this thing into the hard racing Las Vegas surface?
Yeah, it's to me a little bit. Older tires will. I have found out older tires will hold off fresher tires. Just in practice that we've done.
For sure there. All right, well, Gordon, nevertheless, best of luck to you and the crew. Let's see what happens out on the track.
Appreciate it.
Gordon Larson Jr., ladies and gentlemen, in the big 00 looking for a title tonight. Another driver looking for that elusive title today as well. Feels like he should have had it a couple seasons ago, but this is the 03 of Cody Griffin joining us back on the call. Cody, you have been pretty much in the driver's seat and in position to really take control of the season from point A to point B. But now comes the ultimate challenge here. You have got to win this one out and really take the title home. What is it going to be for you in this team today?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be battle of execution here as far as, just hitting every mark possible, qualifying on the pole, bonus points, most laps led, bonus points. I mean, it's going to be bonus points and win the race. I feel like whoever's going to win this championship is probably going to have to do all those and execute to win it, just because there's so many of us so close to it. Anybody in the top 5 can win it. I know Gordon Larson is 5th, and he's like 14 points out. I'm 13 points out in 4th. So, and even Eric, I think he's 22 points out in 6th. So, I mean, if something happens between the top 5, even he's got a shot. So, it could be hectic. But with the way the cars are driving, it could go either way, because when you get side by side, it seems like they stall out almost like you're pack racing, but once everybody gets single file, it's hard to get side by side. So it could go green, or it could be, a few big ones. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to go for sure.
When in doubt, when you talked about how the aggression levels can get and having to push yourself to that limit, will you put yourself into that aggression spot to try to make the most out of the outcome for you in this team today?
I don't know, man. It's hard to say, and with so much riding on this race, you just kind of have to make those calls when you're in the position. I won't know if I'll stick my nose there until I'm in the position to where I have a choice to make. And I mean, for us, like I told you last week, I mean, to be in position to even have a shot at this thing after getting spun out, it seems like every race for some, whether it's right before the end of it and green flag pit stops are coming up with 5 to go and getting spun out or something like that. I don't know, just to be here and have a shot at it. I really don't know how we're still in it, but we are. So nothing to hang our head about if we don't win it, but definitely going to try to go out on top here.
For sure there. All right, Cody, best of luck to you and the team down there, sir.
Thank you.
Cody Griffin, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to try to bring it down to the house and bring it down the track. Another guy that's looking to try to do that. He's came away with a win. He hasn't been able to come away with a win all season, but this could be his opportunity. He's close in points. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Corico on the line.
Hey, what's going on, big dog? Doing all right?
We're doing all right tonight, sir, and it seems like you're doing all right as well. One of our championship 6. Ready to bring it down to the house here against guys like DJ Mitchell, Todd Poston, Gordon Larson Jr., and Cody Griffin, as well as Eric Blount. We talked to a few of them already, and I started to talk with you here, but for you and this team today, you really have shown the speeds have been on these bigger tracks, and the speeds have been kind of closer to mid-pack to then the top 5 runs, but today you got to try to really work towards a win. What is it going to take for you and this team to bring that home?
To finish first you must finish. I think we've all heard that, right? But about mid-season, I changed my focus from trying to put put myself in a position to win overly aggressive because I noticed I was creeping up in the points, and all my focus shifted to put myself in a position to win a championship. And here we are, second in points. It's gonna be tough to touch DJ. I hate it for the issues he's having technically with his rig. If I myself or someone else other than him wins it, I hate it for him because he's in prime position to do so, and he's got a win under his belt in the process. So just want him to know that I feel for him if he can't do what he wants to come to do today. But yeah, we're just gonna try to work ourselves up there. If we don't have a hugely successful qualifying run, I just got to watch the cautions and work my way up there methodically, like we have done all season. And but if I have a good run in Q, hey, I might have a chance at it. We'll see.
Might have a chance at it indeed. Now, we also kind of talked about how treacherous Las Vegas Motor Speedway has been to many cars, let alone just a super late model car. But for you, I mean, where does the speed lie and where will the line lie? Because it sounds like for most speculators and everything is that there is not much of a way of side drafting, so you're really going to have to try to push your level to keep ahead and then have a single file draft here on this track here.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of pack racing. We're probably going to be jumbled up pretty good. It's going to be a momentum shift when it comes to being able to pass somebody and who's in front of them, what kind of tires they're on. I mean, all that's going to matter. Who burns them up quicker? There's so much speed on corner entry and corner exit here, and it looks like we'll be running at predominantly nighttime. So really just got to be really, really careful in how close one another gets with each other, and how aggressive they get, and if you can avoid the madness. That's my goal.
All right, the goal is set. Will it be reached? We'll find out with you here today, Co. Best of luck down to you and the team.
Yep, enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Coe will pilot the 20 to try to secure a championship. So will that man. And the number 6, Eric Blount, has had his fair share of runs this season, and he's been awfully close to taking it home too. But he finally get it done today. We're about to find that out in just a few short minutes. Well, race fans, here we go. It's time to lift the lights up a little bit around the track. We'll give them a little sunlight here as the sun fades off from qualifying. We'll set the drivers on the pole. Let's see who we got going on the lineup here out of the gate. Another driver to go in for that championship tonight, Todd Poston. He'll be one of the guys to watch out for all night long, and he's going to be one of those drivers that really knows how to push his limit and push himself to the maximum. This is a guy you got to really watch out for. Remember, last time we saw him at Victory Lane was the very, very first race of the season. We have yet to see him back in Victory Lane since. A close opportunity at Michigan derailed due to just an unfortunate amount of cautions and then getting taken for a ride later on. And he has told me earlier, if I was ever going to have to perform a really good race, it was going to have to be the final one. I've won the first, I just want that last one, and I want to end this season on top. Well, there's always that 3 strikes you're out rule. Well, he might be out tonight with a championship if he can get it dialed in. We'll have to see. But he's again going to go up against the likes of DJ Mitchell and the 61. The Missile has got a win already this season. He's already parked himself into the high spots and into the high regards. He's looking to do it again here on the show. But will he be successful at taking control when time is needed? We'll see later on. Guys are being set up on the track right now. Cody Griffin and DJ Mitchell tying with a 31.77. Griffin slightly faster in the thousands. Troy Radford laying down at 31.75, your fastest time so far. Len McNeek's going to throw himself in with a 31.87. Corey Coe's final time will land him at 31.83. Not quite enough to put him into the top spot, but it will put him somewhere relatively in the pack. Lone female tonight, the throttle excuse me there. Producers just really yelled at me, don't go to the camera right now. We're currently trying to work around the other cameras. So Douglas R. Johnson here in the number 13, going to work his way through as well. Sorry for the jump cut there as well, guys. Apparently the camera's having a little bit of issues. 31.91 was the first one. 31.94 will be his last one. As I was mentioning, though, yeah, the Ross Chantel Paul will be our lone female of the day, so we'll have to see how she holds up out on the track as well. Going to be very interesting to see here. We'll take it down now here in chat with the drivers getting ready to go out of here. Eric Blount right now currently qualifying in the top 5 here, and Blount championship on the line here today, sir. A lot at stake here. What is going through your mind right now for this one?
Oh, we just wish we could have last week back.
Why, if I don't mind me asking, why is that you're thinking that, sir?
Cause we're running fourth, about to take third, and I think it was Paulson ran out of gas in front of us, and that just killed us. We went from what was going to be maybe a third place finish to finish 12th. Now we're looking off in the distance at the points race. We got an outside chance, but we just looking for next season.
Well, I mean, maybe looking at the next season, but, you know, we have seen stars align before in crazier scenarios, so do you think really at the end of the day, though, with everyone that's going to be running as hard as they're going to have to on this track, do you think some may try to back off a little bit at times, or do you think it'll still be an aggressive level for even the championship drivers to deal with from the other drivers?
Well, I think it's going to be flat out. It's going to be exciting from the drop of the go to the checkered flag because time wear is good here. You know, it's not too bad. And, I mean, it's going to be tight races, really tight races, really hard to pass. Air matters, so whoever's out front's going to control the pace.
For sure there. All right, well, Blount, we really appreciate your time down there. Our best wishes of luck to you and the team today.
Thank you, buddy. You too. You guys up in the booth. Have a great one.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 6, Eric Blount. While you're watching John Garrett go around here in the 6.6, he's going to qualify in the top 5. Randy Bledsoe in the 81 right now, going to bring it right out on the track as well. Going to try to lay down his time. Troy Radford currently sits on top of the box. And it's time to listen in here as he is currently hanging out with us right now on the top of the box indeed. Radford, number 1 qualifier, airily edging out Griffin by a couple 200ths of a second there. How did the car feel really kind of rocking it through here at Vegas?
I mean, the car feels pretty good right now. I mean, it's all going to come down to just who's smart and plays it towards the end. I've never been much of a super speedway guy, so, you know, just pretty much mash it down and go is about all qualifying is here. But I'm grateful for the pole and just kind of ride out there, try to be respectful of the guys who are racing for the championship here and put together a good race.
Now, you came with a win already this season after an absolutely wild little situation performance there for this team, but try to rock it home today here at Vegas. I mean, I know you're not quite in the championship round, but for you, where do you lie and where is your thoughts at when it comes to dealing with these guys on track?
I'm mostly just getting out here, having fun. I've got a bunch of friends out. I mean, good gosh, just about everybody in here I've been racing with for years. So, you know, a bunch of friends out here. So, always love to see, some of these guys pick up a championship. But, they're just all good guys, all awesome people. And just get out there and have some fun tonight.
For sure there. All right. Well, Radford, thank you so much for your time down there.
Thank you.
Troy Radford, ladies and gentlemen, on the line, giving us a little insight on his thoughts and feelings here. It's going to be interesting to see that as well. Let's take a listen to another winner this season, ladies and gentlemen. The number 84 is Len McNeese. He joins me now here on the call. And Len, since Michigan and since really the beginning of this absolutely maddening super speedway package with super late model cars, you guys have been on the rails and on the roads just fighting for position, jockeying for any kind of run you could get. For you today in this team, really, where does the mindset lie?
Well, I know right now in the past couple of weeks I've had some computer issues I've been dealing with, so I'm just crossing my finger the computer will hold up.
Well, as long as your finger holds up and hopefully your mic works as out, I think it should be okay today, shouldn't you?
So I like the track here. Running decent here. I really hated my computer went out last week. I really enjoyed racing at Dover and missed out on it. So hopefully this old thing, I can kick it a time or two and it'll still hold up for tonight's race.
Well, don't kick it too hard to where you knock some of the grills out of it. But nevertheless, Len, thank you so much for your time and best of luck down there.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you putting on a good show up there all season for us.
No problem. Thanks so much for your time, Len. Len McNeese, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. All right, we'll take two more, hopefully, out of this one. We're going to go ahead and chat now with the number 45, one of our lone Canadian drivers here of two, I believe. Tim Williams joins us now on the call. And Tim, man, it's been a up and down season, to put it nicely, for you guys. You've had a couple of podiums, I believe, a couple of top fives, a lot of top tens, but really, compared to, like, say, the Truck Series as well as what we've seen before, this car did not seem to favor you very well this season, did it?
No, it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. I seem to have better luck in the trucks than I do in these cars for some reason. But yeah, I had a great time, man. These guys are great to race with. I had a lot of fun racing them, and really enjoyed your broadcast too.
Well, we appreciate you always watching and giving us support as well there, sir. But I'll ask you this too, as we support you coming out on the track tonight. Really, what will be the main goal and objective for this number 45 team in this camp today on the track?
Well, once again, I'm really going to try hard to keep it off the wall because I seem to have a problem with the walls around here. And I just want to have a good time. And I don't want to get anybody's way. I don't want to wreck anybody's hopefuls. Hopefully I do well. But as long as we all have fun, that's all that counts, right?
Absolutely, indeed. All right. Well, Williams, it's time to have a little fun and get it down on the track here in Vegas. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chris. We'll see you later.
We will see you later indeed, sir. The 45, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Williams is on the line. Time running out here for the drivers, so let's go ahead and take a look at our track tech talk presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. This is a D-shaped configuration, slightly tri-oval, but it's not necessarily a D-shape, but it is a full-on cookie-cutter D-shape. This is, without a doubt, one of the tougher tracks in terms of scope, in terms of speed. Banking's roughly in about the 12 to 14 degree end department. It's a very low end center of banking compared to, like, say, a Michigan or an Atlanta or even an Auto Club Speedway. But what that lacks in that surface more than makes up for speed and power you have to throw when you got a car that's about 550 to less of the horsepower and a designed track to really tear and wear on tires. Right fronts, right rear is going to be the very scary part here for these drivers, and they're going to have to keep an eye on it, as weather also could play a factor. With that said, the time has come, race fans, for the final time this season. Let's take it to the intros. Time for the Pit Stall Racing Series. And at long last, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time indeed. Presented by Lightning Wrapz. Welcome to your standings. Line up to the start. On the pole, he is going to pilot the number 94. That'll be Troy Radford. The outside, in the 03, it is Cody Griffin. Row number 2 is the 61 of DJ Mitzel, the Missile himself on the outside. And the number 6, it is Eric Blount. In row number 3, John Garrett will pilot the 66, the outside. In the 31, it is Todd Poston. In row number 4, he pilots the number 20, it is Corey Cope, but it is outside. In the 4-5, Tim Williams. Row 5 is the number 00 of Gordon Larson Jr., the outside. In the number 84, Len McNeese. Row number 6 is Randy Bledsoe, and the 81, the outside. And number 24, the Professor, Tim Lee. Row number 7 is going to be the Throttle Chantel Bottle. And the number 5, outside. In the 15, Sean Robinson. Row number 8 is Douglas R. Johnson. And 13 with the outside. In the 77, Michael Pratt. A shotgun on the field. Row 9, it is the 47 of Ray Radford. Race fans, time has come. These drivers, these warriors, are about to put a lead foot into that gas chamber and into that speed endurance level. The power of the Superplay Miles will be fully realized here and now on Pizza Racing TV. We send it down to our green flag starting man. It's time to go racing. 100 laps to the distance. Here we go. Championship on the line here. We're going to fire him down with Cody Griffin, your early leader. And you remember what he said earlier, get out of that draft and don't go side by side. You might have a chance to walk away with this one. Bradford miling it on the bottom lane right now with the number 6 of Eric Blount going high side, trying to make an early charge. The airflow around the cars will definitely be decreasing and substantially being put off the limits and thrown off the track spot here as they go along further through the run. They're going to have to really maintain distance, maintain control to override everything under the power and under the track here. They know there's a lot going on. They got a lot at stake here, so really the pressure whirls around trying to hang on, trying to stay in control. Oh, and a little bit of a bump there from the 61 of DJ Mitchell to Eric Blount. Blount sent back a little bit. Not exactly what the number 6 wanted to see here. Mitchell, the missile right now currently rocketing in the 3rd spot. Remember, he's looking for the championship as well. He was pretty much far out of the packs in the Truck Series, but in the Super Late models, it's almost as if he had turned the switch and let it ride. Michael Bullinger's alone on board today. He has joined us here in the comments section. Chris Medford also. He said, let's go, Troy Radford. Medford, great to hear from you again, sir. Good to hear you as well, Michael. Side by side down around out on turn number 1 here. Len McNeese going down in quick through the pack, through the field here with the 45. Tim Williams trying to stay out of the way. Up front, Gordon Larson Jr. immediately trying to find an opening around the number 6 of Eric Brown, while Todd Poston holds himself up on the outside, trying to keep speed in motion. The first winner, I should say, excuse me, of this championship season, coming back from pretty much what could be best described as a less than stellar final race, and trying to make the most of it right now. And you can see already what's going on with that draft with all those packs here. They are going to be looking at long run green flag rides, which then now equivalates to tire wear, tire burn, and fuel run. That could make the difference between success or failure. Troy Radford seems to be well aware of that. Setting them on down through turn number 4 here currently. It is the Mitchell trying to get a run here on Radford. They have all grown to the pack and grown accustomed to one another here. It seems as though the draft may be just enough to kind of hang in a little bit. You can see the gap closed off a lot from Griffin. That doesn't help necessarily the cause for what's going on behind. John Garrett backdrafting a little bit on that 61, gives a little bit of a run for the 6 of Eric Blount. Blount charges back to the bottom, centers in point, off in the corner, now in front of Poston. Poston backs down a little bit, waits for his next cue. Almost like a director, he's waiting for the stuntman to engage and ready to make his move and make his mark when the time is right. Opting not to do anything too crazy just yet, though, stays out of trouble. Feel the raw power and see the raw sensation these drivers are currently up against right now, trying to make their moves, trying to make their runs when they got a chance. The hardest part right now I'm noticing, though, is you can see a lot of guys are currently trying to, for the most part, watch their line, watch their timing, but being this close to the pack, being this close in the draft, it almost becomes substantial that you've got to really manage and maximize your potential on the car. Hope that it will work as well as it does here on this Las Vegas Motor Strip. The light skulls flashing on as well here. The lights on the top of our track here, riding high and riding to the surface, and they are currently using everything they got, trying to use everything to their advantage right now. Garrett in from the top side. Down below is double O, Gordon Larson Jr., Corey Coe. pivoting back through. Garrett opens the door, look up on the front though, a little bit of a contact there. Mitzel and Blount nearly striking each other down a little bit, staying out of problematic zone though. Blount will initiate the run. Mitzel leaves the door open, and the Mitzel now has to reload. And reload he does. Look at him, throw it right back at him. Oh, Blount right into the nail straight away, and into the 61, and Mitzel, big wreck ensues off the back stretch. One upside down, Blount is upside down, and a massive flip ensues. Mitzel also involved in the wreck, and the championship drivers now have just found themselves on the receiving end and the cusp of what happens when you try to push yourself too far too early. Oh my. We need to go visit the PTM instant replay and visit this one again. Look at this dive down into the corner. Crossover from the 61. He dived it in deep. Blount slaps the wall. Drives it back up. He catches Mitzel. That kind of speed, that kind of power, that's no man's land there. And look at that hit there from Len McNeese. Clips him up, sends Mitzel in over end, and Todd Poston even too. A championship driver slammed in between with the 61. A horrific correct, but unfortunately, mass implications just made with only one instant repair. Many guys just used their stuff up. And again, the only reason Six came down as much as he did, he was trying to back off, trying to get out of that mess. Looked like Todd Poston actually got trapped in there as well. In the initial hit, he was actually sideways up on the corner end, but thankfully he was able to at least get it off of the wall and off of the fence. But my word, a scary sight for the fans and a very scary sight for the drivers. But at the same time, you just can't look away when the chaos ensues. Mitzel, I know for sure, is going to be using a fast repair here. That will be priority number one. Or maybe not. No, actually, him and Todd Poston, well, maybe it looks like they may not. Mitzel has yet to use an instant repair. The 6 of Eric Blount, he did. Mitzel, though, trying to figure out what his strategy is going to be or what he is thinking on the top of his head right now. But Cody Griffin coming out of pit road first will remain your leader. When we come back here, race fans, Griffin so far has led in for the 12 laps we ran. There's a whole lot more action to come. Stay with us here on PTM Racing TV. Tonight's race for the season championship brought to you in part by our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing. If you need the best custom design t-shirts done up your way, then fear not. We have the best with Fort Worth Screen Printing. Visit them up at www.fortworthscreenprinting.com to get custom t-shirts and designs made your way and your logos done right. Also, a very big thank you to John T. Garrett Twitch channel. Be sure to go to his Twitch channel at John T. Garrett. Support him and his show. And by Lightning Wrapz, with the most affordable designs made at your leisure, Lightning Wrapz is looking to bring you the best designs in your library. Caution lights are off here on the track here in Vegas. Substantial problems for the 61, and he has tried to clear up all the damage without using up an instant repair. I don't know how well that will work out for him, but the good news for him is he did not fall a lap down. Well, at least not yet anyway. The pressure is on though. We're going to get them all squared up back on the track here in the field right now. Looking on. Plagiarized by just absolute madness and insanity out of the gate. They cannot, they cannot have that keep happening here on the show. They've got to stay focused and they've got to remain calm, cool, and collective and make sure that they remember where they're at. Cody Griffin, you can see already, you can see the steering wheel moving around a lot in there. He's currently trying to get the car squared up and centered off by getting some heat into the tires. What that does is, instead of going from a cold start, think of it as like a hot start, where you actually have some power under the hood and power under the tires to maintain grip and maintain a run. To the Fort Worth Screen Printing restart zone, ladies and gentlemen, back to the green. 15 out of 100 completed. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. John Garrett clipped up, huge wreck, and ensues behind. And that one will send the Fort Worth screen printing 66 upside down in a catastrophic wreck. A collateral collision course just thrown right at that number 66, and everybody right now just completely stunned at what happened. Corey Coe looked like he came up and took the old 66 by storm in all the wrong ways. We'll take a look at the PTM instant replay. Watch carefully on the start here as we keep an eye on that 20. I know there's a lot on the line for Corey. But right here, you can see he drives it in, and then he whips it up, brought it right back on the 66. Bottle with the presence of mind stays up topside. Lynn McNeese getting trapped in there as well. Everybody going for a little bit of a run there, and unfortunately, no one came out of it cleanly. All except for those that were in the leader spot there. It looked like as well. I believe that was, yeah, that was actually, I was just going to say, I believe that was the 24 of Tim Lee there that got in the initial impact as well. So we're going to go on board here with Sean Robinson. If you ever wonder what it looks like when you get into a pileup, this is what it looks like. Brake hard and hope for the best. Pit stops of many and pit stops of plenty. The throttle Chantal Paddle will stay on out. First time she will have the race lead and maybe playing a little bit of spoiler at the boys here. Meanwhile, down in pit road here, let's take a look at our stops here. Griffin, Radford coming out first. Corey Coe, he'll come out third out of the bunch. He'll be in the fourth spot now. DJ Mitchell probably still. The only thing I can think of honestly right now is he thinks there's going to be more carnage, there's going to be more wrecks. So what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to get every bit of damage fixed up on that car so he doesn't have to worry about it later. That, I think, is what he's thinking, and I'm pretty sure that's his goal and objective. I question, though, whether or not it will fully work out the way he's hoping for. I don't question whether or not if it will work. I question, can it work? Meaning, in this situation, in this point of view, will the drivers back off at some point, and will they lay off on trying to get too aggressive or too out of control out of the gate? Again, we had a great little start there where we were a few laps in. Things were looking good and keeping very close potential and prospect, only to then have that little situation pop right back up there and unfortunately causing that massive wreck there. So that's what it's all about here, folks. You just got to keep your eyes focused, your eyes peeled. But the same token, you need to remember where you go and where you're at to not allow an exorbitant amount of issues. Alright now, race fans, we're going to line them up. Double filed in, the lone female of the group. Chantel the Throttle Bottle will now initiate launch sequence here off of turn number 4. As Cody Griffin will try to overtake off the start. We're seeing what he can do on the out of the gate on the outside. He's going to need a little bit of it here. Green flag back out here at Vegas. Chantel Bottle right now diving in deep on the outside. You can see on the inside, I should say, on the outside, they're driving it deeper off the corner. Cody Griffin already trying to make that pass. There is no give on the front straightaway here. You better make it or break it. Griffin side by side with the 5. Pottle hanging on. She told me earlier today that really she has been fighting so much, fighting so hard. She wants to finally get a win in with these Super Late Model cars. And if you've forgotten, she's a season champion in Super Late Model division, where she, at one point, out of a 12-race season, went 11 race wins out of 12. She was untouchable. And I actually had to race her a few times, and I still couldn't beat her out no matter what I did. And right now, Eric Blount and them all trying to figure out what they can do and see what they can bring to the table. Corey Coe also in it. Right now, championship driver implications being put on Rard. Put on large and putting on radar here at Radford, though. Not a part of it. Neither is Pottle. And that's got to be fuming a little bit for that 03 Cody Griffin and Eric Blount right now, as well as Corey Coe, as all drivers right now stay clear and coated to the touch. Onboard camera here with Corey Coe right now. We watch carefully here, as you can see. He's got a good side draft here, and he got a good front back draft. But you heard him say earlier the drafts weren't working as well as they should. Griffin's actually swapped with the 5. Pottle now is on the outside line. We'll see how she does there. It seemed like she was a little bit stronger on the bottom, but it looks like Griffin may have outsmarted her just a little bit. And you can see just the onboard camera too. You can see this little you can see that wheel working its way into the car and working its way on around. 03 of Griffin right now trying to hold down as much as possible, and looks like he finally will be successful. Good entry and a stronger exit makes the difference. Now the field will single file it a little bit for the leader. We've got a new leader in Griffin. Blount, though, muscles the Viagra 6 right into the pack. Just like what that thing is supposed to do, he is raising it up here on the show. Take that any way you guys want. I do not care. I'll take the memes if you want even to. Coming off of one into turn number 2 here right now. Todd Poston, the 31, trying to make the Village Bank work in good use. Randy Bledsoe, though, looking like maybe he wants to spoil the party and have some fun in Vegas tonight. I mean, we are in Old Sin City, so I wouldn't blame him. And you can see also, too, look at the rear end of these cars. Saw how that right side was almost skewed off center and off edge there. That thing was flying, but it was hanging on for good measure. That is exactly how tough it is to get these cars to take a set and take control of themselves. Pottle and Blount right now drafting hard and forcing Griffin up top. Blount has got the inside yet again. Here we go. Championship's on the line here. Blount trying to force Griffin back to the saddle and back to the pack. Right off into the sunset with this one. We're under the night lights here. Not a Mick tonight, but under the night lights of Old Sin City. Las Vegas has brought us a wild little party tonight on the top floor of the highest peak. And it certainly is raising the levels up. This is some great side-by-side action here for the lead. And again, if you want to think about this for a second, these cars usually drive on quarter miles to half miles and occasionally miles. They're running on a mile and a half right now, and their top speeds are well into 178, 185 plus miles per hour. You wouldn't think for 1 second these cars can do that, but unfortunately as well, they don't exactly react well when they get bumped around on kind of speeds like this. Pottle drifted up, slammed a little bit down the track. Blount now moving away the corner. Passed off the corner there. Got the crossover engaged, but he got crossed back. Griffin to the inside. Now trying to fire back at him here with a great battle and a duel off the front stretch. This is some wicked maneuvering by all involved. And seemingly no end to the madness. You get trapped on that outside line, though, it's almost like a death blow to you. If you get in, get out of there as soon as you can, that will certainly help out your cause. I think that's what these drivers are trying to do here. Todd Poston nearly got his corner clipped up there from the number 81 of Randy Bledsoe. Bledsoe trying to stay out of his mess and stay out of trouble. Poston so desperately wants to get this monkey off his back and get another win and also finally take home the championship. But at the same token, you've got to watch where you play and got to watch where the momentum lies. Pressure mounting. Ooh, almost put it side by side. Deadlocked again. Corey Coe, then number 20. He will not let up. Coe and 5 have had a little bit of a history, if you will. When it came to their racing backgrounds, they both raced each other as hard as they could. They both have put themselves to some new limits and some new heights. Coe has been on the receiving end, though, a few times, though, losing out in terms of that battle. Bottle was able to get the better of him on some occasions. Blount looked like he's trying to get the better of the 0-3 on many occasions. Unfortunately, Griffin, I think he's a little bit smarter than that, knows he can't get crossed over that easily. Troy Radford right now trying to fight off the 5 Chantel Bottle. Looking to just have some fun tonight. Well, he's got a Mick tonight working right as he gets it around under the night lights. All the madness ensuing up front. We'll take a quick look here in the background as well. Tim Williams here currently trying to catch up there with Len McNeese, the number 84. Michael Pratt, the 77, not having the best of seasons in terms of his scope. Just trying to hold on to the top 12. Gordon Larson Jr., Douglas R. Johnson still just riding it out. Larson Jr. again, another championship driver, trying desperately to hang in there. And as this man, AJ Mitchell, who at this point absolutely wounded and destroyed. He's going to need all the help he can give, and hopefully he doesn't get lapped down. Speaking of getting lapped down, look at this. Bottle back on the outside. She has seemingly found another gear tonight, and she is muscling it through these boys. She avoided the madness already out of the gate. The first wreck. Now can she try to bring some speed into the line and into perception? Griffin, though, making sure nobody gets past him that easily. He's almost like a caged animal. It's like he's protecting his lairs, protecting his food. He wants nobody to get in between him and what he so desires. And right now, Blount trying to literally, almost like kind of a dog, almost like a dog fight, if you will, just putting these two howl and bark and scratch and claw and then bite their way around each other. They just cannot seem to let off the aggression and the aggressive levels of speed absolutely absorberating through this Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Top speeds right now still at 182 to 185 miles per hour. These guys blistering the speeds. Pottle will have to go into pit road first. She blinks first with the fuel strategy. Fuel going to be put on regard there. Lap 35 of 100 right now. Currently now setting sail. What an impressive performance so far from these drivers, and what a great deal of strength everybody is bringing to the table. It's hard to imagine that we are really in this kind of level, this kind of playing field, but yet we are today. Randy Bledsoe right now currently trying to still hang in there with Todd Poston. Hoping to maybe catch back up to the leaders here and maybe make a run for it, but hasn't seemed to have really found that all too well. Well, the field currently right now seems to be at a fever pitch and a bit of a standstill, so how about we live it up a little bit. Race fans, you know what to do. Crank it up with us here on PT Race TV. Well, hold on before we... Oh, I guess we'll have to back off on that for a second. Pit stops are being made here. Cody Griffin, Eric Blount, Troy Radford, Todd Poston, Tim Lee, Michael Pratt, Douglas R. Johnson, Ray Radford. They're all in pit road now. Those that stayed out are going to be the ones that are trying to get their time back, which includes the 5 Shinto Bottle as well as Gordon Larson Jr. and the 00. Corey Coe, Randy Bledsoe, Len McNeese still out on the track as well as they now head to pit road. Corey Coe will be the first one in there. Blount is coming out first. He's coming out hard. Field's going to try to speed boost their way around as quick as possible here. gonna take it to our blip cam right now here at Larson Jr. and Pottle trying to get to Griffin in them. But they're already getting a whole lot of speed built up. Here we go now, down the back stretch. Can they catch the draft and catch them in time? Griffin's already down in turn number 3 and now heading for turn 4. He's on the front straightaway. Maybe too little too late. This draft does not seem to pick up as well as maybe it would like it to. They are not catching them and they're not getting any extra speed or any give. Randy Bledsoe, though, looks like he's going to force Cody Griffin's hand a little bit. That's how far the field is separating themselves out. You can see the gaps increasing more as it goes. Griffin, though, losing time and losing effort here. He's got Blau and Radford right now working together to draft off to catch him. That last time around, though, he lost about a 1/10 off his time. Big difference maker for him and the team. Okay, now for sure this time, race fans, crank it up with us here on Pizza Racing TV. Play your cards right around here, you know how to crank it up a little bit too. And right now, Cody Griffin, Aaron Blount here currently mixing and matching it up, playing it side by side down off the track. Blount has caught Griffin. Radford with some help to him as well. That might give him a chance here to get up to him. We're nearly halfway approaching. 40% fuel limits though on these cars. Seems to really make the difference maker here. John Garrett right up in front of him. Corey Coe a lap down. Looks like he had, or 2 laps down I should add. Oh, just a full lap down, excuse me. Nearly 2, but I think it looks like Coe might have shot himself in the foot there with pit road stops there. Not exactly what you want to see, unfortunately, for a championship contender, but that just shortened out the field a bit and gives them a little bit more room to breathe. Which good for the other guy, not so good if you're the one that's giving them that room. 45 out of 100 laps still to go. The Viagra, number 6 of Eric Blount right now, marching it down the back half, trying to hang in there a little bit. The number 94, the Mick tonight, Troy Radford, staying in his limits. I've been thoroughly impressed to see Radford come back in such a high regard, such a high standard here. And really, when he came out to race, he came to race. Now he may not win this championship, but he certainly has won the hearts back from many guys after his battles from the IROC series. It certainly has been a pleasure to call him back out on the track here. Todd Poston, the number 31 here, has also been really making his way in towards the field. He's got the 81 on Randy Bledsoe right in front of him, trying to hold him off though as Bledsoe. And maybe also use a bit of a draft pack to catch the leaders up. Sean Robinson, who we saw earlier on that Budweiser machine, getting trapped in the mix-up and in the mess that was really one of the first cautions we had all day. I believe it was the second one he got involved in, and so far he's been dealing with that circumstantial damage on the front of his nose, but doesn't seem to affect the car too badly here to really make a move here or two. Todd Poston, though, looks like he's getting tired of Bledsoe. He's going to swing it to the inside. Again, Poston could have a chance at the championship if he can make his move and make his runs and his presence felt. Lingering away as well. We forgot all about some of the guys and gals coming from the back of the pack. Tim Williams and the 15 Robinson also being put to good use here. The 5 Chantel Pottle here now fighting it out here with 31 Todd Poston. Again, I don't think many drivers seem to mind too much about trying to win out the race itself as we're halfway done. I mean, how can you blame them? I've been in their shoes before. Sometimes the only thing you really think about when you suit up is really to win that race. When you go into the car, you're thinking, no, I'll tack off, I'll let them by, and you know, I'll make sure we stay under control. But I've said it once, I'll say it again. As we can move here to the inside, the throttle being put to good use here from the throttle herself. Chantel Bottle, the 5 to the inside here up to 31. She's got the run on her. Top 5 battling hard here. Tim Williams using the draft off the 5, helping keep this momentum increasing to the rear rail of the suspension and being able to push the car into good use. Williams will now go out of here with Poston while Poston still deals with the 5, but as I was saying there as well, when you suit up, you put that helmet on, it's almost like you have completely now put yourself into somebody else's shoes. You're no longer yourself. You are now what we call a driver. The driver then has a couple of options, which is they become either a lighthearted hero who has respect for those and does not want to intrude and make a mess of issues on the track or anything like that. We usually call them good old boys and good old girls. But then there is that other side of the coin. If you ever played NASCAR 07, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that hero versus villain mindset. Bottle's going to pit road here. It looks like she's going to need more fuel. But it literally is the same Sean Roberts too. It's literally that style, that kind of gravitational work. You just have this philosophy of either doing good things or doing bad. And the bad is always that driver that is of an evil substance, if you will. Kind of, the best way to describe it is literally, you think you're doing one thing, but really, you completely do the other. And fans may not exactly agree with it, or they may reject it entirely. I think a good case of that right now would be literally in the NASCAR Cup Series, which is the ideals of Ty Gibbs. Many fans finding him to be a complete heel, if you would say, in the pro wrestling world. Got major heat, almost kind of white heat out there. But at the same time, he still, as a driver, can go out there and perform like how the good old heroes and the good old people would do. But just lacks the circumstantial end of also being a good guy. So, in terms of how he races, anyway, you can be a good old boy or good old girl off the track, but sometimes in racing, that doesn't win you championships. That doesn't win you races. Sometimes they'll just throw caution to win, and from there they just take full control when they can. I mean, I've done it before. I've been where I've had to literally take the car and I would pretty much put it in between anywhere that did not belong, or, you know, I didn't back off when I should have. It's won me championships and it's cost me championships, or races, and I should say. I've only got a couple championships in my name. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Well, speaking of that championship right now here, we're going to bring him back on the track right now. Len McNeese here stayed on out. Randy Bledsoe is going to stay in the pit lane here and get a little bit of fuel going his route. McNeese now will head to pit road. Pottle was the first one in. She's going to be the first one out. It looks like her strategy seems to be working quite favorably for her. Take a look at our pit stalls here and our pit stops of the pit stall racing area. And the laps, uh-oh, hold on a minute, hold on, caution's out, Sean Robinson is going to bring it out at a very inopportune time. And the number 15 Budweiser machine has come to a dead stop and a dead drop on the track. What has happened to the number 15? We're about to look at the P10 instant replay. This is not what any of the drivers wanted to see, and this right here could tell you all it is. I'm not sure if Robinson jumped in front of Larson Jr. or Gordon actually just went right into him. Either way, there was certainly contact made, and Gordon Larson Jr. was the one that initiated it. So let's take one more look at it here from the blimp cam. Watch carefully. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to throw that one on Gordon there. He went right in there. Looked like he was trying to see if there was he saw an opening, thought there was enough of a hole to go through, and instead he takes out completely number 15, Sean Robinson. Thankfully, Robinson is okay to continue on. So will the rest of the field here, but pit stops are certainly going to be now a big major factor here when and where you decide to go in. Well, race fans, we're going to cut to one last commercial break. When we come back, we're finishing this season out on a high note. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is not done with us yet, and we're not done with it. Just halfway through, championship lays in the hands for one driver to claim. Tonight's race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway has been presented in part by our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing. When you guys need custom design t-shirts made your way with logos and designs put up on the best of high quality fabrics and material, only one brand and name has stood the test of time, and it is Fort Worth Screen Printing. Visit them up at www.fortworthscreenprinting.com. And a special thanks as well to the Twitch channel John T. Garrett for helping out with the crew and with the team. Be sure to visit up on his Twitch channel at John T. Garrett. Help support him in all of his showcases. And by Lightning Wrapz, with the most affordable designs made at your leisure, Lightning Wrapz is looking to bring you the best designs in your library. When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, here on the show right now. Coverage live here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Pit Stall Race Series Championship night. Halfway done and passed through here. Third caution of the day coming from Gordon Larson Jr. And Sean Robinson making contact down in turn number 3. Absolute insanity to say the least here. Burrowing its way around the track. And burrowing its way on and off here to say as well. You hear the Professor Tim Lee say at the beginning of this race, so a lot of great friends and a lot of great people were made here and helped on the show, as well as on the track and in this league. And that certainly is a great cause and a great effect to it. But right now, There is no such thing as a good friend or a good partner right now. There is only that will and drive to win. A driver in their graces. We are now single filed in and singled out. Field looking to appraise and looking to drive it through. Well, looks like we're going to stay under caution here. So 40 laps down left to go here. We'll be down to the final 39 coming to the restart. Man, you got to be wondering through your guys' mind as well here. I mean, pressure building up, pressure really favoring its way in. Gordon Larson Jr. having to go to the back of the pack here. DJ Mitzel, fresh car up on his car finally. He has set himself up. Try making another device here on there. Field now ready to rip it off here and again at Vegas. Bledsoe leads him. After all that delay on all the caution flags popping out, man, they shifted the gap off pretty quickly. Top five separating themselves way into the field. Those that are traveling back in the pack are going to have their hands cut out for them here. And if they didn't go into pit road and get some fuel, get some tires, then they may be indeed pushing themselves farther and farther than they may have realized. We're going to get the little nudge to Blount. Maybe a little bit of a tack off, trying to get him away. Ray Radford back in pit road here. Not sure what's going on with the 94. His family member Ray Radford as well having mechanical problems down there. Sent him pretty much kind of farther out of the pack and out of this race to begin with. Griffin and Poster right now side by side dueling it out. Anybody's guess here really what happens next. Bledsoe trying to stay in control. Blount, oh, hold on. Remember last time, Blount, you know what happened in turn 2 last time. That was close. manages to avoid any issues there. I have our camera here right now with Tim Williams and his Rev Esports machine, the BK Racing Paint 45. You can just feel the power, feel the drive. These guys are getting off the lines, getting through the chicane, down in the corners. There is just no room for error and no room for mistakes. Cody Griffin well aware of that. Trying to hang on, trying to molar it down here into the track. Down around the trackside here once again. Blount closing the gap on Griffin. Griffin looks like he may be in for a bit of a treat, in for a bit of a run here. Man, if you're Cody Griffin right now, you just gotta be thinking to yourself, how much longer do I have to keep holding these guys off, and how many more times do I gotta keep pushing my luck and pushing my limits just to keep them away from me? I mean, at this point, you might as well kind of realize that it won't stop until that checkered flag comes down there, my friend. You got about 33 laps remaining here. See how much that wheel is shaking around, how much it's moving. Again, these cars really were not designed for this kind of a track, this kind of a racing surface. Yet here they are, in full use, in full sporadics, if you will. Wow, right now looking to get up to Cody Griffin, make this move, make this chances in his presence felt. They are single filed in right now, and a major draft back and a major little draft off. Take note about the draft behind as well here, a second and 9/10 away. The 5, the 77, the 61, and the 13 right now. That's where they are currently lying at. Where they're trying to catch up to is that field of the pack of the draft. You can see it looks like the 5 trying to wave the drivers into her line to try to create a almost serious train of power. Obviously, they're not going to be able to trade each other the lead, so they're going to try to trade off on letting bygones be bygones and let them try to hurry up to catch back to this pack here. But it looks like those other guys, they've been taking notice. Looks like they're going to try to drive right back up on the 03. They're trying to draft up to him, trying to build some momentum towards them. Two cars are faster than one. Griffin realizing that, but it's a lot of work just to get that one right up to him and then to be able to make the move. With that dirty airflow around these 550 horsepower cars, again, that spoiler back there really kind of ramps up and decreases any kind of chance, any kind of openings they can get, making it that much more difficult to really make a true run for the spot. And Blount right now, whoa, we see what happened to Griffin a few times already this season when you get it too close there. And he manages to avoid it this time. Blount lays off and he wants to keep himself out of a troublesome situation again. pressure is still mounting. Momentum carrying through. You can feel the intensity. You can cut it with a knife here in Vegas. And I just want to say as well to those that are still watching in with us and who've been watching with us from the beginning of this race and really this entire week, first of all, thank you so much for always tuning in and coming by to watch. Without your support, without you guys, we would not be in business. We would not be able to do this. So for that, thank you again for everything. I certainly hope that down the road we can add a few little more tricks and tools into this show, and we can add a few little more backgrounds and stuff in. We're working on that currently, but again, like I said, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for everything you guys have done for us. If you are new to the channel as well and you guys have never seen our broadcast before, be sure to hit that like and follow button here on Facebook. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. We certainly do appreciate it. And also check out our other areas and social media platforms on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, we do have a Twitter and Instagram, although I'm more so watching the Twitter part. The Facebook and YouTube, that's those are our producers here. Don't worry, I swear I'd stay out of trouble on Twitter. I know a lot of people always say I throw tweets around, but no, I honestly don't. Well, right now throwing a few tweets versus throwing a few hits, posting desperately. Probably just looking on at his background, looking at surroundings. He's got 23 laps remaining, and he knows these guys in front of him and these guys behind him have been absolutely taking it to the limit, taking it to their absolute objectives here. With nobody giving an inch and nobody giving down on the track here. Bledsoe right now currently trying to stay on the lead end and trying to maybe take a bargain for the stride here. But Field will go into pit road. Looks like Pottle, Pratt, and Griffin as well go in. Eric Blount will be staying out, so will Poston and Bledsoe. And will this be their final pit stops? Let's take a look at the pit strategy this time. Well, here's how it was looking. You got about 21 laps at most, it looks like. And you look at the time right now, these guys on their end, they got about 21, 22, so they have enough. But saving that fuel could be the difference maker. Blount and Poston and Bledsoe looks like they're going to really hone that craft in. Field's gone out. Wait a minute, there's trouble down there for Cody Griffin. I think he's got a speeding penalty. The 03 is still in pit road, and this is not what he wanted to see at all. Remember what he said at the top of the hour? He's not gonna lose sleep over losing the championship if it came down to it. But I don't think I'd be happy with what I'm seeing right now. He's gonna be trapped, and his championship may have just been derailed. It ended here with an unfortunate too quick and pit road pit stop. Unbelievable. It is so difficult to have to back up just enough while at the same time carrying your speed into pit road. And once again, it completely diverges and messes everything up on the track for him. This championship season is open for anybody to win it out. Eric Blount right now currently leads the field in. Todd Poston desperately looking on at a chance, at an opportunity. Bledsoe right behind. Could use some drafting here. 20 laps left. Parked the outside a little bit, looked in, chops it down low. Bledsoe now right in there. Man, that 81 has been a thorn on the 31 side all day long. Looks like he wants to be a thorn at Eric Blount now too. Blount, look at him. He's trying to defend 2 lines. He's gonna get crossed up. They're 3 wide, and Blount, he gets trapped in between. Daily double for Bledsoe. And double trouble ensuing. Todd Poston right back on the outside. Huge run for the 31 new leader, Todd Poston. And Eric Blount right now can't believe it. Bledsoe went 3 deep on him, costed him all that room and all that effort that he just had. And now everything has been put under wraps and put in contention. Bledsoe now looking to deny back down to the inside, trying to play the biggest spoiler on Todd Poston. This isn't a win and you shake the championship home deal. Poston needs positions and he needs to take control. A win would help him secure the points necessarily and the chance at taking the title home. But he still needs other guys to finish behind him. Unbelievable turn of events. Once again, another situation ensuing here on the broadcast channel here, and major implications here really thrown their way. Corey Cove and DJ Mitzel firing it off at one another. Mitzel, after all the madness of hitting his truck into bad spots and bad places, he's now been brought up to justify and to push himself to a higher level. Paddle right now looking to maybe get a top 5 for her own leg, and maybe also to play a little spoil at the boys that have been giving her a lot of grief this entire season. Got Corey Coe and DJ Mitchell right in front of her, trying to make some moves off. John Garrett, after his horrific accidents earlier on, seems to now finally erase his bounce and giving himself a little bit more chances to strike when he can. Douglas Hart Johnson and Tim Lee right now having a good little battle too. Tim, this whole season really has showed signs of power, but same can't be said for the long haul. Douglas Hart Johnson really only, I think, like 1 or 2 races total. He actually had something maybe for the guys to show up on him. Didn't quite show up all the end of the areas there. Best lap times you saw just a minute ago, they were set really earlier on in the race. But the fastest of them all is a 31.63. That was set by DJ Mitzel in the 61. Now, if there's any bonus points for fastest time, that will help him a long way. But I don't personally think it will be. Firing all cylinders right now. Bledsoe and Poston here. They are setting the hallmark and setting the tone for what could be best described as a last leg, a last level. We've seen this all season long. When in doubt and when you fire it out, you put yourself in this position. You put yourself into that chance, that opportunity. to close out a hard-fought season. The 81 right now just looking to finish strong and looking to finish hard as a 31 of Todd Poston. Leveling and sizing him up as much as possible. 15 there, right up top side, gets it down off the ground. John Robinson gonna have to stay out of trouble, and he will. But so now right behind Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon Larson Jr. here, what will he do? Found himself kind of rocked up in a bad spot here in the 00, staying up top. His championship hopes are all but demolished as well. Same for Cody Griffin, although Griffin is making a slight little comeback here. Moved into the 11th spot now around flap traffic. Might be some opportunities of situating. Fuel though is running limited. It's running bare bones. Really, what is next and what is finally done for these guys? Poston seems like he is not getting any extra draft, any extra power on the 81, but it could be backing off right now and trying to save the tires up for that final push, that final scope. Bledsoe though stays low. Poston up top. And just to me it looks like Poston's losing more ground than he's ever getting, and Bledsoe actually is going to finally blink. He is going to pit road. I think I know what Poston was doing now. He's trying to save the fuel. He's trying to save the fuel. He's trying to hold on just a little bit longer. Remember, he went in lap number 20. He went with 20. He's looking for 22 laps. He went in on lap 79. He's going to have a very tough ordeal here in front of him. He just needs 21 laps. He just needs 6 more to finish this race. How low is the 31 on fuel, and how much does he have left? Listen to the 6. He's got a fuel clutch engaged. The clutch is on the 6. He's trying to not shoot the fuel out. He's going into the turns, almost just deadlocking the engine and stalling it. Trying to hope for the best here. Poston now using the draft from the 00 Gordon Larson Jr. for a little bit. But even you can see he is still being very, very careful on when and where he makes his moves or makes his shots. This has turned into an absolute fuel run strategy. Eric Blount, you could hear the car clutched in. He has to stay on the throttle to maintain momentum. He's not doing that. Tim Williams right now off the track a little bit at 45. He'll get it back on the track. Stays A-okay. Gets it right there with Michael Pratt right in front of him here, but all drivers stay in the clear. DJ Mitchell right now, he is clamoring and quickly engaging up on Poston. If Mitchell can get around for the lead, he may just win this championship. And Poston, he has blinked. He's done it. The fuel is going to pit road, but so is Mitchell. They're all going in. Will Blount try to go the far distance? Oh, he's going for it. He's going to go for it. He's playing an extremely risky move and a risky strategy. Watch Poston, watch Mitchell here in pit road. They're going to try to get in and out as soon as possible here. But can they do it? Poston there on the top left. Bottom right here is Mitchell. Mitchell going to take a little more fuel than Poston. That may cost him. We'll have to see. McNeese coming out now. Blount stays out. Or will he be able to go, or will he have to go into pit road? Unbelievable turn of events. We've got 2 laps to go. Eric Blount is literally cruising this thing, trying to hold on. Corey Coe is not far behind. He's only about 9.6 seconds back. If he can find a way to catch him, he might have something for him. Somebody will blink, but who will it be first? John Garrett also coming back up from the back here. He's going to try to get it around Corey Coe, but Blount right now is putting an absolute emphasis on save the fuel and save the run. Here we go. White flag in the air. It's do or die. Time for this strategy to work. Blount's going to try to hold on. Is it anything left in the 6? the harder he clutches it in, the harder he's pushing it. He's hoping, he's praying, he thinks he might have enough. He's going to make one last full charge. Garrett's coming up quick. Jarrett's coming up fast. 7 seconds, coming to 6 seconds. Garrett trying to catch him. Turn 3 and 4, though. It will be a final leg. Blount stalls, but just enough. Blount will be your winner here in Las Vegas. John Garrett will come away in second, and Corey Coe will drive his way into third. Poston and Bledsoe will go fourth and fifth. What a race. We will have to let you know about the season champion here in a little bit. Hopefully we can get it in on this coverage. But race fans, we do know one thing is for sure. Eric Blount just may have given himself the title, or may have given himself a chance at putting enough on the board to win it. But what an awe-inspiring sight to see the 6 just hang on a little longer, go the distance, and push this machine to victory lane. He doesn't even have any fuel in there. He can't do any burnouts. The only thing he can do is just rev the motor up and hope the engine don't die. He has got no fuel in that car. Radford going to go right up to him here, wishing him a congratulations. A very major win has just been put on display. Unreal, ladies and gentlemen, unreal. Your race results are now on your screen. Presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing for the final time this season. Eric Blount is going to take home the victory. But is it enough for the title? We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. John Garrett's going to go second. What a wild day for him, but he manages to hang on. Corey Coe goes third. Todd Poston's bringing it to fourth. Fifth goes to Randy Bledsoe. Sixth to Gordon Larson Jr. Seventh to DJ Mitchell. Eighth to Len McNeese. Ninth to Chantel Pottle. And 10th to Michael Pratt. Rounds out top 10 in this one. Unreal. When we come back, race fans, we finalize it here in Vegas.
Do you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles? There's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Time for the Pitstall Racing Series. So race fans, right now we are currently going to be waiting the results. They are telling me right now it may be a little bit of a while, so we will let the championship be determined later on. Stay tuned on our Facebook post for that. But race fans, we're going to talk to you about our top 3 drivers here in this one. Coming in third today, looking for that title. I'm throwing it all on the line. Corey Coe. He managed to finally bolster up enough and take home a nice third place finish here. And Corey, congratulations taking a podium home here, sir. Long run, fuel mileage through the get-go and putting it out on the line. Man, you had to do a lot just to hang on for this one.
Yeah, it's the most I've worked, I think, in the whole season to find my way back into the to get my lap back for one. Luckily, I come out right as I had 0.5 left in the tank and was able to limp it around and stay on the lead and get back on the lead lap from a caution without even having to take the wave around because I did not have the lucky dog. I just happened to stay out later than everybody else. Got a speeding on pit road, 42nd hold, race over, and that saved me that caution. And then I don't know if you could tell in the broadcast, but I was doing like 140, 145 and hoping everybody pitted, and I was able to just come around them at the end, and I was sputtering there at the finish line. So I'll take a third. Probably 1 or 2 points short of being able to win the championship, but it was a good run.
Yeah, we did know it was you and as well as Eric Blount, literally just kind of cruising these things as far and as wide as you could, just trying to hang on. But I mean, the biggest difference to me was just absolutely seeing how quick and how slow this car had become and how harder it was just to even try to hang on. I mean, for you and this team, though, really, it would have gone any other way. Do you think maybe there was a chance this thing could have been parked in victory lane, or do you think this is the best way it needed to come out for you today?
When I sped on pit road, I was coming in first place. I had a good run, let everybody go in, and I still had 1.1 left in the tank because I had been saving on the previous cautions, and or during the previous caution, really good, and I had more in the tank I think than the rest of the guys, and I was able to come around one more time, and I was 2 mile per hour over. I think I could have come out in front of them probably a couple seconds, and then that would have changed the course of. But then there's cautions after that, so there's no way of knowing because it had been real aggressive on the restart. So third place, take it, especially under circumstances, and we had a chance to sniff a championship, and I'm proud of that.
Absolutely did. You certainly did, indeed, Corey. And coming away with a third place finish today here to end it out. Who do you want to thank you for all this?
I just want to thank the Pit Stall Series, Tim, Dave, really everybody in this bunch. Is Yeah, it could get a little bit heated at times. That's racing. We can deal with it. We can shake hand, kiss each other on the side of the neck later, and make up. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and it's no different than you see on TV. Very similar personalities. Actually, some of these guys actually do race in some of the series, like Cody and John Garrett. So it's good to be a part of really excellent company, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
For sure there. All right. Well, Corey, man, congratulations. Popping this one into a podium tonight. Well earned and deserved, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys too. Appreciate everything you do.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Cohen, ladies and gentlemen, will take it home to third place tonight. Coming today in second just by a few short seconds. It is going to be John Garrett here in the number 66, bringing home a nice, solid performance end for this one. And, John, really, from the get-go, you had pretty much kind of the odds stacked against you. Got stuck in that massive wreck there and got trapped there. Unfortunately, I believe it was on the second wreck, but when you got it finally dialed in and came to the long run, it looked like you were on hot and cold shoulders here, just trying to take this one away from everybody.
Yeah, I was hoping to sneak in there at the end to get that win. Yeah, got caught up in a wreck with Corey. I think it was just a glitch because I was high on the track, and yeah, we got stuck together, kind of like you said, or they said, a magnet. And of all people, I didn't want to come in here and wreck any championship guys. But once I didn't fix it then, and I went a lap down, then we had a caution, got it fixed, and slowly made my way up there. And then after the last fuel stop, I'm like, whoa, I might can make it all the way here. So I shut my pace down, and I thought I was the only one on that strategy. And I look up on the white flag, and Eric is sitting out there 7 seconds. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did he save so much fuel?
Yeah, you saved so much fuel indeed, but I mean, at the end of the day, too, if you had one more lap, really, this would have been yours. So you were catching so much speed on, so much time. Do you feel like if you could have had at least one more lap to get back, would you have tried to get that as well and maybe we'll go for the win?
Yeah, it was just all about having enough fuel at the end. I started my charge with two to go, and I still ran out coming out of four. I really thought Corey was the only one I needed to pass, but Eric was sitting out there. He did a great job conserving fuel. Maybe he started a lap or two before me and could go just a hair faster.
Certainly the case indeed. Well, nevertheless, John, though, man, what a performance this season. You've had some great runs and some great showings. This one is no different. You're going to come second today. Who do you want to thank here for this one in Vegas?
Yeah, I got to thank my new ARCA team that we formed over the winter. They just dropped a press release Saturday when we were at the Daytona test. Veer Motorsports, my longtime racing buddy Lane Moore and myself have formed that. We're going to run the full ARCA national schedule this year, 20 races. We've got 3 cars, engines, with the technical alliance with Fast Track Racing. So I got a lot to learn, but we're looking to turn some heads and hopefully get a top 5 in the final points there.
For sure there. Well, good luck to you in the ARCA series, sir, and well regards to your IRL career down the line, sir. Congratulations as well here on the iRacing end today in Vegas.
10-4, appreciate it. Appreciate the job y'all do up there broadcasting this race. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, John Garrett in the second spot today for the 66. And finally, in the minus a 6, and just have it as the 6. You guys get where I'm going with this. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Blount is going to win this one here today. And Eric, I've seen a lot of fuel run strategies go the distance. I've seen a lot of fuel strategies go beyond their limits. You, sir, put this one on full repair and full regard to just hang on for that final stretch. And on the front stretch, it looked like that fuel ran out. What went down there, sir?
Yeah, yes, sir. You're right. It bottomed out right there, just about to cross the finish line, but it was just enough.
Just enough indeed, and just enough to finally win here again on the show. I know you've already come away with a couple wins throughout your time and career here on PT Race TV, but for you in this case, how important was this victory, and how big is this win for you in this team?
Oh, it was huge. You know, last race of the season, last shot to get a check in the win column. So it was a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on, I guess, the top 6 for the championship also. So it was a good race all the way around. Great racing all the way around. Just a good night.
Just a good night indeed, and what a long, long shot it was. But nevertheless, Blount, you know what to do around here, sir. You've got the race win, and they're capping it off all tonight here, sir. Who do you want to thank for this?
I want to thank my team, my teammate Gordon. Want to thank everybody who was down with us from the beginning. I want to thank the champion, whoever that's going to be yet. I know they're still working on the points, but you know, just a great night. Thank you guys up in the booth for all you do. We appreciate everything you guys done all season long.
For sure there, Eric, man, congratulations on this one. A long, long road to success, but you got it done tonight, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Blount's going to win this one out today here in Vegas, but does he take the championship? We don't know yet. We'll have to find that out. We will let you guys know on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram who your champion is. But nevertheless, here, thank you so much to our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing and Lightning Wrapz for all the support. And to you fans out there, thanks so much for tuning in to every single one of these shows, taking in your time and taking your time out of your day here on a Thursday night to visit and watch some drivers. I'll broadcast these things even if there's only 1 or 2 people watching, because to me, those are the people giving up their time and effort just to even view this. So for that, we thank you, we appreciate you, and from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you to the Pit Stall for everything this season. We'll see them again in a few short weeks, hopefully less than a month away. We'll bring them back, but time will tell. They're going to have a little bit of town time and a little bit of stuff figured out. And I hear there could be a new car and some new tracks thrown on the schedule. So for now, we thank you. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys next time when the green flies high on PTM Racing TV.